What should you put in your listing presentation? Pull up your presentation right now and look at the file's date. If it hasn't changed since 2023, you're walking into appointments with a deck that answers questions your sellers stopped asking, and you skip the ones they're actually asking right now. Something changed in August of 2024, and most agents updated their forms without ever updating their presentation. Here's the part that separates agents right now. Your seller isn't asking about your commission. They're asking what happens when a buyer agent shows up with an agreement that says they're owed a fee. That's a completely different question. Most presentations don't answer it at all. So let's talk about what belongs in there now. Number one, lead with the compensation conversation instead of burying it. Most presentations put compensation at the back, right before the signature page. That made sense when the number was already in MLS and the conversation was mostly a formality. It isn't a formality anymore. And if you save it for the end, you've probably spent 40 minutes on your marketing plan while your seller sat there waiting to ask the only question they came in with. Move it up, not because you're eager to talk about it, but because it's the thing standing between you and their attention. Answer it early, and everything after actually gets heard. And be specific. Compensation is negotiable and always has been, but it's negotiable isn't an answer. Your seller wants to know what you charge, what it covers, whether they're expecting to offer anything to the buyer side, and what happens if they don't. If you can't answer those 4 questions in plain language without a slide, you're not ready for the appointment. Number 2, add the slide that almost nobody has, the buyer side scenario. This is the gap. Sellers are asking about it, and most presentations are silent. Nearly every buyer walking through their house now has a signed agreement with their agent that states what that agent gets paid. Your seller doesn't know that, or if they half know it and they've concluded, it means they don't pay anything anymore, which isn't right either. So walk them through it. What a buyer agreement is, what it means when an offer comes in asking the seller to cover part of that fee, what their options are when it does, and how each one hits their bottom line differently. You're not telling them what to do, you're showing them the decision exists before they're staring at it inside a live offer with a clock running. Sellers don't resent this conversation. They resent finding out about it on day 42. Do this well, and something useful happens. You stop being the agent who explains their fee and become the person who explains the whole board. Number 3, cut everything that's about you. Now, the part nobody wants to hear. Most of what's in your presentation is about you, and none of it is doing any work. Your production numbers, your awards, your brokerage's national footprint, the slide with the logos, and every portal your listing gets syndicated to. Sellers have seen it all, from the last 2 agents they interviewed and in the same order. Everything in that deck should answer a question the seller actually has. What's my house worth? And how did you land on that? And what did you do that gets it sold? And what does this cost me? And what happens when a buyer agent asks me for money? What could go wrong? And how do you handle it? If a slide doesn't answer one of those questions, it's there to make you feel prepared, not to help them decide. So cut it. The agents winning listings right now aren't the ones with the thickest deck. They're the ones who show up with the shortest presentation and the clearest answers, because a presentation isn't a performance, it's a diagnosis. So go pull up your listing file, read it as a seller would, and if it answers questions from 2023, rebuild it. This is the kind of thing we work through with the agents around us, because in our experience, the presentation isn't where you win the listing. It's where you find out whether you understood the seller before you even walked in. If you're rethinking your presentation and want a second set of eyes, reach out, call, text, or email us anytime. Always happy to talk shop with another agent.